It's no secret that Pokemon games over the last 5 or 6 years have not been received overly well by majority of players, though I still think they're fun for what they are, but yeah, you know, definitely not what they used to be. So in recent years, we've been turning to Pokemon fan games and ROM hacks. Here's one by AlphaRad, which he added 50 new types into the game. We've got Point Grow here playing as a Team Rocket Grunt, setting up like the Rocket story for Fire Red, and even I played one of the oldest ROM hacks out there, Pokemon Platinum? God, no. Pokemon Uranium was taken down for DMCA violations years and years and years ago. And one of the main places you used to get these kind of ROM hacks and fan games from is Relic Castle. You see here there's a bunch of completed ROM hacks and fan games which people have made over many years. But as you can see, we're on the Wayback Machine, and I've been using the past tense because as of today, Relic Castle has been is gone. The website has been taken down following a DMCA takedown notice, which really sucks. But I think it is important to point out that they are a non-profit and ad-free, so they weren't making money off any hosting this website. And also, they've been around for 10 years, hosting and supporting community-made fan games for the Pokemon franchise. Basically since fucking X and Y came out, which at this point is a long fucking time, okay? A little bit of extra info here, which I couldn't find anywhere else, but I found it in Callum's video about it, where the Pokemon company shouldn't be contacted because the strike was authorized by a third party, which I think is pretty common. A company will just hire like a legal place that will issue the DMCs for you and do all the legal stuff for you, and you just pay them to do that kind of stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. This is super common for like YouTube as well. The reason why they got the claim was on the entire site, not just portions of the site, but the entire site was for unauthorized copies of copyrighted material, though different from being one game being taken down. This is important to get like a basic understanding of how ROM hacks and fan games work, and the major difference between a ROM hack and a fan game. A ROM hack works by you have to supply your own ROM, and then you download a patch created by a hack maker, and then you have to apply the patch to your own copy of the ROM, which you've supplied yourself. The patch will rearrange and create the modded game that you want to play. It doesn't supply any copyrighted assets or anything. The patch just modifies your currently existing game and rearranges it and adds new stuff to it. But a fan game is usually made through a tool called RPG Maker, and there are community made like packs for RPG Maker for full Pokemon systems. So basically you don't have to actually like do a lot of the dev work. You just have to create the maps and the story and add your own fake mod in if you want and stuff like that. But a lot of like the basic tools for starting a Pokemon ROM hack have already been made for you, and you can import them using tools. Sounds to me like there's a possibility of some of those fan games possibly supplying either music or sprites from directly ripped from games. Is a little bit of an issue. No individual game has been taken, it's just the website as a whole. This is tangential, it might be related, it might not be, but Noah J also has recently had a video taken down and had a copyright strike, which was a Call of Duty Zombies video, which was modded to have Pokemon replace the zombies, just like this. I don't know if this is related, it might not be related, because in January, Pokemon also took down a mod for Power World before it even came out. They replaced all the powers with Pokemon, so that might just be Nintendo not liking violence against Pokemon, pointing a gun straight at one. I think it's just important to notice that these are from the Pokemon company and not Nintendo, especially with the Yuzu situation from a couple of weeks ago. That was Nintendo. They're from two separate companies. The Pokemon company is its own company and not part of Nintendo. They just work with Nintendo to make the Pokemon games. And this isn't like the end of Pokemon fan games at all. They're definitely gonna live on. Pokemon is like the biggest media franchise in the world. Again, this is just one website which is backed up, and these games exist in multiple places, and the likelihood of you being able to find one of these games that you wanted to play is is very high. Pokemon fan games are some of my favorite video games I've ever played, and this is all video games, not just Pokemon games. Radical Red, Infinite Fusion, Emerald Rogue, and all of Drayano's mods. In fact, if you ever want to play Heart Gold, Soul Silver, play Drayano's version, Sacred Gold or Storm Silver. I just don't want to see this creativity and expression and pure drive these really talented game devs are doing with Radical Red, Infinite Fusion, Rogue, all these fan games made by really cool devs who love Pokemon, and they just want to see it grow and succeed and put their take on it, and have people in the world experience what they like and their vision for what a cool Pokemon game is. And I don't want to see that go. Some of these games are really, really good, and if you haven't tried any of these at all, I recommend any of these. If you just want to have a fun time, Infinite Fusion. You've seen the shorts. I don't need to explain to you. This is probably the biggest site to download Pokemon ROM hacks from, is Poke Community, which is still up, and they've even had a couple of games actually been taken down directly from their site. But a lot of these are still up. Poke Community, such a thing as Unbound, which is its own whole game. It is a Pokemon game, but it's based on Fire Red, but it's nothing like Fire Red at all. It's got a whole quest system, whole like Hooper storyline in its own region. Here's Emerald Rogue down here too. There's just like so many. If this website goes down too, then we're in real trouble. I think. I just think it's important that this kind of stuff lives on. This is what's keeping Pokemon relevant and fun for old players like me who's been playing for almost 30 years at this point, and I don't want to see shit like this go. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I don't know, I just wanted to cover it, and I'm not going to stream for a couple of days, so bye.